guys, welcome back to Adventures in Aviators. It's Jason and Michelle. Today we are walking through our adventure on the slow boat from Thailand to Laos. And hey, this is just one of our many adventures. If you've not subscribed yet, you can do that right over there because we want to help you have great experiences all around the world. So most people are going to start in northern Thailand, either in Chiang Mai or Chiang Rai, and go up to Chiang Khong, which is the border crossing with Hau Xi. So you can choose to stay in Chiang Khong or in Hau Xi, depending on if you want to cross the border that evening or in the morning. We decided to cross the border in the morning and stayed in an Ibis hotel on the Thailand side. So at the border crossing between Thailand and Laos, you need to have a couple things ready. You need to have an extra passport photo. You need to have some US currency with you. For us, for US citizens, about $30. And you also need to have your papers prepared. Now you can get all of that there with our private guide. He had a lot of that prepared for us beforehand. But it's an extensive process you got to get through to get onto the river. They will also, since you're getting a full visa, you're going to take up an entire page of your passport, which for some people can be exciting, for other people can be nerve-wracking because you're running out of pages in your passport.
So as I was researching to figure out which boat we wanted to take, I did a lot of comparison between the ferry boats and the chartered boats. Approximate price difference is the chartered version per person is about $200, and the ferry price is in the range of $10 to $15. The chartered version is going to offer you a lot more amenities. So they are going to set up your transportation from hotel. They will walk you all the way through the process of getting through the border crossing, and then they will load all your stuff on the slow boat. You will have a guide with you the entire time that is escorting you all the way down the river. Make sure that you are fed and that you're happy as a clam, and then they will arrange your transportation to get you off the boat and to your next location. So they do it all for you. They also help book your hotel if you want them to, as you stop one night in Phak Bang. So there's a lot of amenities there. I had a lot of other planning that I was doing, so I really did not want to try to figure out these details, and I didn't really want to wing it because I was going with friends. So we just went ahead and paid for the charter, and it was worth every cent because they did it all for us, and we had an entire boat to ourselves, so we didn't have any other people to deal with. We could sprawl out, all of our stuff could go everywhere, and we really got the feel of being on this boat with the family who operates it, as well as they had meals prepared for us and all sorts of really cool stuff. So I thought it was worth every penny, and it was truly probably one of my favorite parts just for those few days that we were on the water. But the company that we went through had a minimum of 4 to 6 depending on the time of year. There is the slow season and the high season. And so in the low season, the waters are low, and it's the slower time of year, so there's fewer people. Boats don't go as frequently. In the high season, water's risen, it's higher, there's a lot more people on the water. We were there during the slow season, so there was less options, and it made more sense for us to charter the boat so we could hand select the day that we wanted to travel.
The boat itself that we were on was really nice. It had booth seating, Western style toilets, a nice little kitchen area where they prepared our meals. Our meals were very nice, had a variety of things for us to try. We were able to keep our luggage on the boat overnight when we spent the night in Phak Bang.
There's another form of transportation to get down this river, and it's called a fast boat. It's like a speedboat. There's not many people who choose this option, mainly because it's dangerous. You really need to wear helmets, and you're moving really fast on a really already fast moving river. You can get all the way from Hau Xi down to Luang Prabang in a day, but again, it's very dangerous, and there's only maybe 3 or 4 people on a boat at a time.
It's going to be a different experience than we just had, where you're like holding on and you're going, and we were holding on. There are a couple stops that you'll probably make during your time on the river. Pak Bang is a nice town along the Mekong. It's not very big, but it's got paved roads. It's got a couple of levels of accommodations available for guests who spend the night, as well as a couple of restaurants and bars and things like that. So it's a nice stop. We enjoyed exploring the village, and we're ready to go the next morning. We stopped by a small village and looked around at their bamboo houses and saw the pigs and the goats and all those different things, and that was really interesting to learn about how they live and how have they been living for centuries.
If you go and visit these villages, know that the Lao people have one custom that I did not realize. If you see any children, do not try to pat them on the head. The head is actually a very holy place for them, and it is offensive to do that. I totally did it and found out later and felt terrible. Please be aware of their customs.
Another stop is a cave with a Buddhist temple inside as we get closer to Luang Prabang, and both of those just kind of help to break up your day, but man, the rest of the time you are relaxing and taking some naps and playing cards. We had an absolute blast on this slow boat. It's a slow boat. You're not getting anywhere fast, but it is so pretty.
So I call this river the Willy Wonka Chocolate River because it is very brown, and when I think of a brown river, I think of a lot of really ugly things, but surprisingly, the water is so brown, it's almost a vibrant brown, that it was actually quite beautiful against the green mountains and against the blue sky. They have fish that they will fish out of the water, and they're like mudfish, almost like a catfish. And they'll fry them up, and they're actually pretty tasty, especially if you like catfish. Some people were really nervous to try them. I thought they were fantastic.
Try everything. So expect as you're going down the river, it's going to take about 7 to 8 hours each day. So they're long days, but man, they're relaxing and you get to hang out, and it's very beautiful. So, I mean, just plan for 2 full days of travel. If you're going back the other way, expect more like 10 to 12 hours because you're going against the current. If you've done the slow boat down to Laos, please give other feedback, especially if you've taken other forms of transportation that we can't give a lot of details about. And we will see you next time as we talk about our time in Luang Prabang. People, this is
Of our trip.
Let's do that right over there. No, it's over there. Hau Xi. Nope. Yep. Chiang Kai. We're going to take you all around the world as we've experienced it.